by. Thanks for looking at if you're here live, welcome, welcome. But if you're here on a playback, thank you for looking at it. I appreciate it. I'm going to start doing a bunch more of these short live, kind of like tutorials, where I come on. I've been coming on and saying hello, telling you guys what my plan was for today. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing that in these, but I decided on a lot of them, I'm going to figure out some specific content to put in here to make it of value to you as a viewer. If there's something you're interested in, please feel free to go to my channel and leave me a comment about what you would like to see in the live verticals. If there's any questions you have, I've been getting some questions. I've been answering them by email, but I decided I could answer these questions live in the vertical live stream. So, because I love the vertical live stream, the vertical live stream, the vertical live stream. Don't have to edit it. You see the real me because you'll see me making mistakes. You'll see me stumbling over words. You'll see me forgetting what I want to talk about. So yeah, that's why I love the vertical live stream. I can just be myself and tell you guys what I know. And if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you where to get it. Or I'll do a little bit of research and I'll get the answer for you. So feel free to email me. Go to my channel. My contact information is there. You can check out my channel while you're there and subscribe if you like what you see. And even if you like it just a little bit, subscribe and watch some of the content. I have some humorous stuff there. I've been doing a lot more educational content recently, more focusing on acting because I see that my acting content is getting a lot more views. So it's slowly starting to pick up, which is great for the long form. But the shorts are still getting a lot of views. You guys are stopping and looking at my shorts, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So without any further ado, what I plan to do, let me get a little sip of coffee real here. I got my coffee right here. All right, excuse me. So without further ado, let me tell you what I'm going to do. So what I plan on doing, and I just got a new project from one of my clients, and it's the acting school program, LaGuardia Acting Studio. It's in New Jersey, LaGuardia Acting Studio. And if you look at any of the videos, the contact information is there. If you so happen to be in New Jersey and you so happen to be interested in taking acting class, LaGuardia Acting Studio, great place. Joshua Nelson, great teacher. He's been an actor for a long time, been a teacher for a long time, all around good guy. I see his students like him. He has built up a following, and I think he's going to keep going strong. What I do for him, which has been a long time, he shoots short films with his students. They go through the class, they do the lessons, all the programs that he has for them, and then at the end, he invites some to be in a short film that he creates for the group. And I do the editing for those short films. And sometimes he's even done not sometimes, he's done a number of feature films with his students. He has another one coming up. And if you go to their website, LaGuardia, I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying LaGuardia Acting School in New Jersey, LaGuardia Acting School. Don't know why I'm having a hard time saying it, but you can find it. Go to my website, go to my channel, and you can look that up. Some of the videos the comedy videos have links to his website and a little bit more information about their background. But anyway, what I plan to, hello, good morning everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Nice Sunday. So what I was saying was I'll do a little recap of what I've said so far. What I plan on doing, I'm still going to be here on the vertical live stream, which I love. I find out that looking at the analytics that a lot of you guys have discovered me from the vertical live stream. So it's great. I'm going to keep doing that. And it's a good way for me to get my message out there and talk about what I'm working on, meet you guys. If you have any questions, I want you to go down there to the channel, find my email, shoot me an email. What I want to do too, in addition to giving an update of what I've been working on, what projects I'm working on, and what's coming up on the channel, I plan to start doing small little tips slash lessons live. The first one I'm going to do today is starting a Premiere Pro project from scratch. So I thought of that this morning because I was about to do that this morning. So I said, okay, let me create a live video on this, starting a Premiere Pro project from scratch. So that's going to be the title of this. What the project is, just so you know, the project is an acting school. Actually, this is a combination. This won't be a short film. It's going to be a combination of short films. So I will be combining 3 short films that I edited in the past. Well, 1 I didn't edit, but 2 I did. So combining 3 short films into a feature film, which Joshua Nelson will be releasing in a festival or something like that. LaGuardia Acting School. LaGuardia. I think I said it pretty good that time. So yeah, he's going to be releasing that in a festival. So again, you can go to my website if you're really interested. Shoot me an email. I'll give you more details. But this vertical live stream, talking about what I'm going to do today, I'm going to start today. It won't take me that long because I haven't actually even looked at the script yet. So you guys, this is the very beginning of me opening this project. I'm a little bit more light here. This is the very beginning of me opening this project and getting started. So the first step is one part you missed. I received the hard drive in the mail a couple days ago. And what I did first, the very first thing when I received the hard drive, because it has a lot of content on there, is I take the client's hard drive and I back up the footage to my editing drive. And I have a number of drives that I edit with, and because I edit with a bunch of different clients' projects. So when I get their content, the very first thing I do is I transfer all their content into a folder that I create on my hard drive. So that's an additional backup. So hopefully the client has their own backup, probably the cameraman hopefully has his own backup, and then I now have my backup, which I will use to edit. So that's the safest way to do it. Everyone who's involved with the project should take their own content, their own hard drive, and back up all the content to it. Now that's a safe way to do this, because the truth of it is, when you're editing with digital content and the files are so big and the files are so large, you never know. A drive can crash, and it has happened to me. So if you have it backed up, then you know you can start over again. And the great thing about Premiere, if you've made some progress on the edit and you left the file names the same as they were, it's relatively easy to restart the project once you get a new drive and download the files onto that new drive. Then you can associate the Premiere Pro editing project with the new drive and point it towards the files that you've already edited on. Okay, so that's getting into the weeds a little bit, but let's get this process started. So I'm going to pivot you guys over so you can get a kind of a shot of my monitor. Again, watching someone edit, I'm not going to have you watch the whole thing. I'm just going to let you watch the bit while I create this new Premiere Pro project file and bring in all the associated media, and then open it and maybe have a little peek around. So please, if you haven't seen my channel, go down to the link below, down here somewhere. Go to my channel, look at some of the content, and I would appreciate if some of you guys would subscribe. I'm slowly moving towards my 700 subscriber. And it's all because of you guys watching my content. Thank you, and following me and looking at some of the stuff I'm creating. Again, my real goal here is to provide this educational content about acting, directing, and editing, and build up and build out my channel with more original, humorous content. And the reason I stress humorous is because I am an actor, and most of the stuff I work on are dramatic stuff. Very rarely do I get a comic role. I do get them, I've had them in the past, but most of the time, even when I get a comic role, I'm the straight guy. So, I've had some comic roles, and I really enjoy them. I'm not primarily a comedian. one thing I've always been afraid to do. And one day I might do it. I might try it here on YouTube if I can ever get the guts um, uh, to build up some comic material that I think is funny enough to deliver. I might try a small little comedy set. I don't know. I'd have to really do some serious thought on that. So, hello everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Yo Cole Star. Thank you. Hello, Yo Cole Star. So, let's get started. Let's get started. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and then I'm going to open this project. I think I have. Let me make sure I have the correct title. I'm going to pivot you guys around here so you can see a little bit of my monitor. Okay, there you go. Bring you a little bit closer. Or I might bring you over here a little bit. Without, oh, I know what I can do. Put you over here. That way you can see it better. And the camera's not in my way. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. That'll work. Back it up a little bit so you can see. All right. So, I'm going to open, very first thing I'm going to do, oh, the monitor's in the thing's in my way. Let me back it all the way over here. Okay. Trying to get you a view of what I'm doing. Okay, good. There's a view of the whole monitor. So, what I'm going to do first, I will go here and make sure I have the correct name of the project. So, let's see, where is it? It is, yes, Once Upon a Crime. So I'm going to go here, going to go down to Premiere Pro, already updated, current version, Premiere Pro. I'm going to open the Premiere Pro project, opening right now. Okay, so, so I'm going to open the project right now, Once Upon a Crime. And you can see, as you can see here, I already imported the folder. It says it has 68 items. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to create a sequence. So I go down here, Item, and I go to Sequence. And then I'm going to edit this in, I edited a project the other day in 4K. It worked great. But I'm just going to edit this in HD. So I'm going to go to HD, 1080p, and say, oh, well, you know what? Let's see if this, before I do this, let me make sure this project was shot in 4K. So I'm going to go to my metadata display. I have a setting here called JT setting. I'm going to open that and it'll tell me what format. Yeah, this is 4K. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. This is going to be well, no, because now I'm thinking back and forth. Yes. This is shot in 4K, but I can't edit it in 4K because the other content that I'm adding in, the other 3 films, are all HD. So let's just stay with HD. We're going to create a new sequence. We're going to keep it on HD, 24p. We're going to paste that in. And this is going to be, I usually give my sequences numbers so that when I make updates, I can just start with the new number. So what I'm going to do, what I do too, is I go in, once I create a sequence, I go in, I delete all the tracks that I don't need right away while I'm starting. So yeah, oh yeah, you guys can see that pretty well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll pivot you over here a little bit. Yeah, we were right in the frame. So that's good. So what I do next is the very first step, once the files are imported, is dividing. Let me save it. Is dividing the footage. So what I do, I'm going to move over here. Well, I don't like working over here. I'm going to be dividing the footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a folder. I'm going to open a folder tab, and I'm going to drag it back over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I pulled out a tab that is the folder that has all the elements, the video elements for the project. So I'm going to open that. I'm going to open that nice and wide, and then I'm going to make that I'm going to change it so you can see the elements of the picture. And then I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see the video clips, each individual video clips. And then what I need to do is open the script. So what I'm going to probably do is move this down a little bit, and I'm going to go find the script. I already saved the script on my desktop, so I'm going to open the script to see where everything goes. And because this is a wraparound for 3 short films. So we're going to open that script, and I see the script, how I want it to start. He has a quote at the beginning, then some graphic titles. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little quick look through this. Once upon a crime, please let go, da-da-da-da, beat, da-da-da-da, fade into deprogrammed. Okay, so he has an opening shot there, new footage, and then deprogrammed is a film I edited for them. Then he goes down here. I'm just taking a look at this to see what the script is. So I'll move this down here so you can see it. I'm actually looking at the script. I'm actually looking at the script to see how this is edited together. Leave me alone, you're not my family. I must have missed something. Oh no, it's pretty. Oh, it's a lot of footage there. Da, 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 da. Then she leaves. Da, da, da. Let me see if I can scroll down. All right, so I kind of get an idea of what he's doing. He created a nice wraparound for each of the films, blackout. All right, so I'm looking at the script. Um, all right, so I'll go back to the script and look at it closely. But the very first thing I do once I review the script gives me an idea of where the project is going. I need to look at it more closely. But the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to create separate folders for each group of video. So I look at the video and then I open it and I see what it is, and I look at the slate. And so this is a separate little piece that I'm going to edit together. Okay, so this is for Vimeo. I'm going to label this. I'm going to put this in a new separate bin, because that's a separate scene that will be edited and uploaded. So once that's done, that's going to be a separate scene. So I'm going to take that footage, drag it over here, put it in this folder, and then I'm going to create a next folder. And I go through the whole thing, and I create each folder that holds the footage. So this is scene 16. So I'm going to create a folder that says scene 16. And then I'm going to load that footage into there. And I can tell because I've been working with him for a long time, and he does label the scenes for me, which is great. Slates the beginning sequence, and then I just look at the rest of the footage right behind it, and that tells me what folder it goes into. So what is this? This is opening victims. So I'm going to label a photo of that folder. Okay. So I'm going to put them in there. So I'm going to put the opening victims. Where are they? All go here. All of these guys. Put that in the folder. This one is, what is this one? Scene 4. So I'm going to create a folder that says Scene 4. Okay. I'm going to put all of this in Scene 4. And sometimes I have to check to make sure that it goes together. This doesn't look like it goes with that. So this is probably Scene 4. And then if I make a mistake, I just clean it up later. But usually I get it all right. Excuse me. This is a monster shot. What does this say? Zombie clips. Zombie clips. Okay. So I'm going to put those in a separate thing. Okay, so zombie clips. I see that. What is this? Oh, that must be zombies also. So I'm going to put all the zombie clips in one piece. Okay. So I'm dividing the footage. It's not going to take that long because, as you can see, I'm almost done with it now. This is the wraparound footage. So this is scene number 19. We're going to put that in here. I'm going to create a new bin. I'm going to call that scene 19, scene 19. Scene 19 is going to go in that file. Scene 19. This is scene, let's see what scene this is. This is scene 20. So scene 20 is going to also, I'm going to create a folder for scene 20. Scene 20, whoops, and I'm going to put all the clips for scene 20 in the scene 20 folder. This is going to be scene 21, so I'm going to create a scene 21 folder. And when I say create a folder, I create a bin inside Premiere Pro, and then I name it. I'm talking and I forgot this one. This is 21. Scene 21. I'm going to put that footage inside of there. Oh, well, one thing looks like he did a lot of masters, which is good for me. This is scene 24. Scene 24. I put that in scene 24. The next one is scene 25. Scene 25. So there's 3 clips in the scene 25. I'm going to put those in the folder. The next one is can't see that. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so I can see it. Oh, this is the wraparound. Okay. The wraparound. So that was labeled wraparound. Oh, it looks like it might be all of this footage. All right. So I guess he's got the woman hostage and he's telling her what happened. So yeah, that looks pretty clear. So I'm going to put all that in the wraparound. So now that I have all that organized, let me tell you guys what I'm going to do. So move around here. So yeah, that was just a simple, I'm not going to go any more into that. It's pretty longer than I thought, but it was just a simple project, how I start an editing project from scratch. So again, let's recap. Once I receive the footage on a hard drive, I back up the footage to my hard drive on my computer, my editing hard drive, and then I confirm that they both have the same total amount of footage as far as terabytes or gigs, and then I confirm the number of individual clips to make sure everything is there. Then once that's done, then I create a Premiere Pro project file, and I open the project file, name it the name of the project, whatever the project is, and then I import that folder from my hard drive into the Premiere Pro project. Then once that folder is imported into the Premiere Pro project, then I create, if I have a script, or usually I do have a script, I see how many scenes there are in the script. Then I create blank project bins, which I label them as scenes, in my Premiere Pro project. Then I open the folder that contains all the footage. And the footage is usually slated, which is great. That's really the only way you can do it, if the footage is slated. Then once the footage is slated, hello. Once the footage is slated, then I put each scene in its corresponding folder. So I divide, that's the process of organizing the media, the video media, on my hard drive. And once that's all organized, then I go back to the script and I start what's called the rough cut, which is the very first, a rough assembly of the film based on the script. So that's my process for editing a short film, and I'm sure no one wants to watch the whole editing process. It's not exciting. It's very tedious, time consuming, but I love editing. And when you're editing feature films, you have to really, it has to be something that you like to do, putting together a puzzle, building something from scratch. Someone else has created them. If you didn't shoot it, if you're just the editor, someone else has created their vision, and then you try to match their vision as close as possible and make it look smooth. Like I said before in my other videos, editing is supposed to go unseen, and when it's really good, you don't notice it. So that's what I always shoot for. I try to make everything seem flawless, that it all blends together and tells a story that the director wanted to create. I try to stick to it as close as possible. Sometimes I'll throw in some of my creativity, and if they don't like it, I pull it out. So, but I stick to the script. I stick right to the script, and then we can change that later. So that's what I do with my very first rough cut. So thanks for stopping by for this long vertical live stream, and I'll probably do these long ones once a week. Now that I've done this one long one, I'll probably do the long ones once a week, maybe on the weekend, if I have a good topic. But I'm only going to do it if I have an interesting topic, like this one was, starting an editing project in Premiere from scratch. So just to show you my process. And again, there's never only one way to do something when it comes to creativity. This is my approach that I've built over the years. It works for me. Workflow. I always like to figure out what my workflow will be before I start. Makes me much more confident about what I'm doing, and decreases the chances that I will make a mistake. So once I find a workflow that works, I try to stick with it unless I come up with a better idea and have to alter it, or if I see someone else offers me a better idea. So I will see you later on, maybe this evening, for a wrap up, a recap of how my editing goes here. I need to sit back, look at the script, and see if I can figure out what goes where. All right, thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by. Please visit my site if you haven't. Subscribe, look at some of my content. I do appreciate you guys helping me. I'm almost at 700 subscribers and climbing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll see you in the next one.